consideration. So all these things are not technical mathematical formulas. Some of them appear here in perspectives. They are also about which country has what ambition, and how do those ambitions play themselves out. And perhaps the next edition can have an article or two on the geopolitics that informs the relationship amongst developed countries, but also between developed countries and developing countries. And some of those things are playing themselves out right before our eyes at the moment. Jobs is the other challenge. On the one hand, economies are not, even if they're growing, they're not creating enough jobs. But a serious question that people are raising elsewhere in the world is how technology is impacting on limiting job creation. So robots, you are famous in this area for the motor industry. I'm not sure how many of you have visited a motor factory and how many robots you see in there versus human beings. And that factor is a serious issue as well. Similarly, there's a set of issues in emerging markets. On the African continent, for example, industrialization is an important imperative across the continent now. Much of the investments that take place in Africa are still in the commodities area. Now more on the agriculture side, but usually the mining side. And there's a very strong discourse happening around how do we diversify economies, how do we industrialize, how do we get things produced on the African continent and not just import them, and how do we create value chains that all of us can fit into in one form or another, pretty much as the Asians were able to do in their particular environment. Secondly, there's concerns about the fiscal strength. Some of it is good, but elites generally in Africa don't pay too much of tax, just like they don't pay tax elsewhere. So you have this phenomenon which led to the G20 looking at what they call base erosion and profit shifting, BEPS. Because even in the developed countries, big companies and very rich people in those societies manage to live in a stratosphere that doesn't quite settle anywhere on the globe.